The feeling of watching all of these students being able to achieve something new, that's why I come back every day. I literally get to come to school and we just play all day.
My favorite thing about Mr. Hernandez's class has to be the freedom that we got in it. He really just gave us the tools and the knowledge that we needed and let us hit the ground running.
I was one of those students who it pained me to just sit in a chair and watch the teacher at the board, and we all had to do the same thing. I can take it wherever the kid needs to go. Between robotics, between coding, this job is not boring at all.
He really works and strives to engage all the kids who walk through his doors and meet their needs.
What Danny does with students and the level of engagement in his classes sets him above.
He's really a hard worker, and he really puts us all into all the different classes that he teaches.
He says anything you can imagine and draw and put on the board, you can make into your robot, and he always helps you try to figure out a new design, or even if something he's never heard of or tried to do, he always tries to be just the best advocate and work with our teams.
He basically lets you and your team work independent most of the time, and then if you ever need help, he does help you and helps you improve.
He's got such an ease and fun sense of humor. He's just such an engaging person that kids, they just want to be a part of what's going on in his classroom.
He's really funny and he's sarcastic.
I don't think he knows that he's that funny, but he's actually hilarious.
Whenever he has a timer, or when things are ending, a 10-minute timer, he always has a Star Wars timer going on, and the alarm for it is a Star Wars intro, which is really funny.
One of my nicknames became Vader, so sometimes we joke and the kids are the little stormtroopers and everybody's got to follow and do what I say.
He's definitely a very funny, goofy person, and he's just always so happy and excited in class.
Danny sees his job as sort of a never-ending cycle. Bringing kids back to mentor our kids that are currently in our programs is something that is, I think, super important.
My favorite thing about coming back and helping students is probably the epiphanies that they have about stuff that totally makes sense to me now, but I wouldn't have known without being in the class prior.
In robotics, of course, here, state champion multiple times. I mean, by any measure, Danny has created the top robotics program in the state of Colorado. He's got a place where kids are learning at high levels and they can't wait to get there, and that's always the ideal for an elective class.
My favorite thing about Mr. Hernandez's class is getting to work with my teammates and him teaching me things that I didn't know before, and so now I know a lot more.
I appreciate his kind-heartedness, his thoughtfulness. When I ask him a question, he doesn't just give me a brush-off answer. He really thinks about things.
I appreciate his work ethic, and he's just always trying to do what's best for us. It's never seemed to be a chore for him to be here.
On behalf of the entire Longmont High Theater community, thank you for all that you've done, and nobody deserves this award more than you. You're the best of the best.
Thank you for helping all teachers in our school, all students in our school. You're a great part of Westview.
Thank you for everything that you do, Mr. Hernandez.
I just want to thank you for being really patient and helping me throughout the first year of robotics through 7th grade, and I just love being in your class.
You've just helped me through so much in learning and the opportunities you have created for me for the rest of my life, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate all of it.
Danny, thank you for being such a wonderful friend and a caring individual. You brought so much to our teaching environment here and to my family and me personally. Thank you.